Welcome back to another video. So regarding Tripo 3D, we see over here that they recently celebrated their first anniversary. So that's a really good thing. Even though this is one of the newest tools, is one of the most powerful. And we see over here that they also have now segmentation version 2. And I made a separate video regarding this for an HD model. Now I want to do a case study over here for a smart mesh. So this will be the case study. As you can see over here, this will be the Omniwheel. Regarding the topology, we can only go for triangles. So as you can see, for quads, this will be, so it's currently being developed. And over here will be the poly count. I'm going to go for 5,000 in this case. And I'm going to hit generate. And I just want to showcase how fast the smart mesh will process. We see over here within the preview, we have the Tripo logo, which is also low poly. And we're going to see that this will soon change towards the 3D model. Now we see over here that for the Omniwheel we do have quite a lot of details, but take a look over here at the output. So we see over here that the pattern, so the circular array is really well defined. We see over there those inner ribs. Even though within the reference they were much more instances, as we can see. Over here there are fewer, but overall the topology is pretty decent and pretty clean. It's not perfect, as you can see over here on the back. This section over here is not fully linked, but you saw also how fast that was generated. And most importantly, we can now go within segmentation over here. And in this case, if I'm going to go for detailed, I'm going to start the segmentation. I'm really curious how this will be segmented since it's low poly. I'm expecting over here the inner section over here to be defined as one part, and all of the others over here that are circular arrayed to be made individual. But we see over here that this smart mesh topology will actually create some interesting shapes. The main downside is that this is currently only limited to triangles. So as you saw over there, we do have quads available within the selection, but it's not fully developed commercially. But I'm pretty sure that as soon as that will be released, that will be amazing, especially if you want to take the models towards Fusion or towards CATIA or SolidWorks. You have the possibility now to convert those into freeforms, and that will enable interesting workflows regarding mechanical design and let's say industrial design applications. Now I just want to remain over here within segmentation. Even though we see over here the processing time, this will do take just like for an HD model. We see over here the waiting time. I still have around 340 seconds to wait. But I'm going to wait because I'm really curious how well this mesh segmentation will work. And considering the fact that this is low poly, it should actually be a lot better. And we saw over here the processing was really fast, but within the preview we see that the segmentation will be as following. So it's not that great. I should go ahead and I should brush multiple components in order to join them, because the segmentation just created a lot of parts. So in this case, we see over here even up to 255 components. So those are quite a lot, and it's not actually that usable. I was actually expecting somewhere around, I don't know, maybe 12, maybe the inner cylinders as well. So this is not exactly what I was expecting for this. If I would go over here for fill parts, considering that there are so many small components, it will not actually go well. We do have over here this AI completion. As you can see over here, this will do some quickly close mesh opening in order to improve the, let's say, 3D printability and manufacturing of the component. But we see over here that the fill parts in this case by default did the following. So I do like the fact that it went for so many, let's say, segmented meshes, but actually in this case it's not that good. So it will be a lot of work to paint those and have this rework. But I can go over here within mesh segmentation, but I no longer have the possibility to regenerate this. So I will have to go, so actually within HD, And I'm gonna go ahead and I will resegment this. But as you can see, I will need to reprocess this. So I'm gonna hit generate in order to generate a new mesh over here. And I will try to do the mesh segmentation a little bit differently now. I'm gonna go for the lowest setting in this case, because we saw over there that it really subdivided that within multiple components. So I'm gonna go for simple start segmentation, and I'm expecting for this simple mesh segmentation to be better. We see over here that this section is a little bit poorly generated than previously, so it's not that consistent. I was expecting for a similar output result. We see over here those ribs are also different and they are symmetrical, but as you can see on this diagonal, so it's not a perfect symmetry onto the middle of the part on the horizontal axis or vertical axis, actually like this. But I'm really curious if the simple mesh segmentation will now do a better result, and it is better, but it's not perfect. If I'm gonna do the exploded view, we're gonna see that the rollers each will be segmented like this, so pretty decent. But filling this will not be that amazing. So I can go over here. We see over here there are around 28 components. And I can go ahead and I can do part completion and that will fill those. But over here, this should also be brushed to have the same color. In my opinion, for each of these roller, it could have been generated within a single component and only have the inner core and then those additional elements in the middle. We see over here that I'm pretty sure that for completion of this, it will take a lot of time. And again, the output result will not be that good, since during filling, everything over here that is defined by large triangles will be filled, but it will actually be just kept over here. So the assembly of those will not be perfect afterwards. Okay, so overall this is Tripo. Maybe the case study over here with the Omniwheel is quite complex. In order to also have a low poly mesh and at the same time have it segmented and filled, it's not an easy task. For example, if I would do the same for a character, it would be in some cases a lot easier than for some mechanical components with fine details as this case study Omniwheel. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this kind of content. I'm not gonna wait over here for this to complete because regardless if it will fill those or not, since the mesh segmentation was done like this and I didn't intervene in order to add various colors, for example, this section should have been joined over here, and most likely the fill parts will not actually be any good in this case. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this kind of content. I do like the fact that Tripo has started to go into this advanced mesh segmentation. We see that this is still within, let's say, beta, even as you can see over here for us, for the end user, for the commercial use. But I'm pretty sure that they will improve this fast during this summer. Okay, so I hope you enjoy this kind of content. You're gonna find my playlist regarding 3D generative AI over here on the left. And if you enjoy this kind of content, you can consider to subscribe. You're gonna find the button on the right. So that's it. Thanks for watching.